This one used to be locked. It's been unlocked now.
This must have been Beta's private room.
Hey, Loy. If you were listening to this, then, things didn't go as planned at Gemini. I know you'll keep your promise. Which means I must be dead. Well, that sounds familiar, doesn't it?
Nope, not quite.
But what's happened since you found me in that ectogenic chamber?
You are alive, but we didn't keep our promise.
Loy. You've been my shelter. And I would risk it all again to be by your side. I know you'll find a way forward. That's what you do.
I'm sorry, Beta. But I'm getting you back, no matter what it takes. Okay, I need to find a sunwing to override. Better head up the mountain. In. Good. There are sunwings up here. I'll have to approach them quietly. Got it.
This is how we first got on the sunwing.
Whoa. Oh, this is it. I'm in the air.
If only it flew that fast, like when you're actually riding it the way it does in the cutscene, because on that cutscene, that flies way quicker than, like, it's not ultra slow, but you can see the difference. Like, and this is with it like flying quicker, because this is how it normally, like, that's kind of just like gliding speed, and then this is when you go faster.
Whoa! Head rush.
Shit, I actually never
Tilda?
took notice of that the first
I'm in
time.
the air.
I never knew I
Then
could
you'll
do a
want to
barrel
pick up
roll.
an energy
Okay.
cell on one of the ancient Horus Titans.
Oh, that's a nice little way to avoid
But
fire.
first you
Good.
must send out a pulse to activate them. I've sent
yeah,
you the
it's,
necessary software. To deploy it,
fly
you'll
speed?
have to override one of the communication machines you refer to as Tolnex.
It's
There's one in
definitely not as fast as it is in the cutscene.
the desert
And
that
now
should do
we
nicely.
gotta do the Tallneck, which
On
you
it.
otherwise can't do, because it's a storyline Tallneck. It's not one that you can just go out and do in the open world.
Nice. They definitely don't sound like rebels. Maybe if I follow their tracks, I can find out where they're headed. I can probably use my focus to follow the tracks those riders left behind. There's a tall neck. Need to get on top of its head. Know how to land this thing.
I could just jump off and glide. That's how I originally did it, but you actually can get it to roost.
Made it. Just got over it. Okay, Tilda. I've overridden the tall neck.
Good. And the energy cells are now primed. Simply pick one up on a Horus. The nearest one should be northwest of your position. Dropping it on Regala's machine should produce quite a spectacle.
Thanks for the assist.
I told you, I want to help.
Whoa! I'm gonna have to get used to that.
Just like that. I can barrel that it ain't hitting shit.
Regala's rebels. Reinforcements, maybe. Heading for the Grove. I hope Akaro and its Noct can hold out a little longer.
Right up!
There's the energy cell. Right on the Titan's back. Got to cell. Now on to the Grove.
Yoink.
Pulse from the tall neck should have reactivated all the energy cells in the region. I should be able to pick up... more from any Horus I'll fly to. It'll be useful, even after I deal with Regala.
The Tanakh are about to get one hell of a reinforcement.
All right, here we go.
Regala's inside. Akaro will soon be dead. It's all over, Chaplain.
I gotta drop it now. Here it goes.
Surprise. EMP, this is...
Is that... It's Aloy!
She flies in the wings of the Ten.
The tide has turned!
She does.
Push through! End of the line, Akaro. Now on your knees, and I'll give you the death you didn't have the spine to give me.
They're down! The machines! All of them! They're down!
What? How's that possible? Regala!
bloodshed. Let's settle this. You and me.
Easy to say when you're atop a machine.
Bitch, you can talk. You had a habit of riding on machines.
Well, that was just to get your attention. I don't need any help to take you down.
Fine. I accept your challenge. And once I'm done with you, I'll get to finish the slaughter.
We'll see about that.
The duel is set. Let none interfere.
Alright, time for a good old-fashioned 1v1. I'm not even gonna waste any time. The only thing that I will do is change up. Didn't mean to hit that button. You're gonna get blown up.
All right, so that's how it's gonna be.
Oh, I'm sorry, did that hurt?
I'll finish you, and then recover. Strike and strike hard.
So we're both using frost arrows? Okay.
You're no challenge. I once slew 3
Alright, yeah, I see you just changed in there.
End your misery.
Plasma build-up is no joke. Alright, fuck it. I'm not toying with you anymore.
Strike at me. This is where it ends.
Let's finish this.
Yeah, it is.
my story and...
Oh, I'm sorry. That looked like it hurt. That too.
I'd hope to fight a legend. You're... Is this how you give up?
You know what? I'm gonna just have a little bit of fun. Seeing as you like to use plasma so fucking much, I think you deserve some plasma back.
I'll tear that braided head from your body!
Where's the accuracy on that particular burst? Shit. There we go.
Child of the weak!
Glad I had this.
I will rise above!
How do you like dealing with plasma, bitch?
This is all you are? If you offered
You
your
want plasma?
blood,
I'll give you fucking
I'd
plasma.
spit it to the soul! The rains will wash your filth from the land! You die here and now! Run or stand! This day you will die!
Alright, enough toying with you. Let's make you burn and then I will finish you.
Sonora! Cry tears of salt when they should shed rivers of blood!
Defeat.
Here I am again, on my knees before bootlets and cowards. Go ahead, run me through.
Shut your mouth, traitor.
It was you who flew in on the wings of the 10. You who challenged her by our rights, you must decide her fate. I spared her once. It only made things worse. She was the best of my marshals. What a waste.
She's dangerous, all right. But maybe that's exactly what I need.
Cowards! What more do you have to conspire about?
Whether you live or die.
Alright, playthrough 1, I spared her. I think playthrough 2, we go the opposite route. Her life is forfeit.
After all that you've done, I can't let you live.
Finally. Then claim your...
All yours, Kotala.
There. Blood for blood.
Guess that's over then.
Chief, there's something you both need to see. In the throne room.
However, the only negative aspect of this choice is that she doesn't get to participate now in the assault later. So you're technically down one ally, but like I said,
He surrendered
I
to our
spared her in the
guards
first
outside
playthrough,
the
so I want to
grove.
go the opposite route this time.
Claims he has an urgent message for the Outlander who defeated Regala.
So, state it.
It's for her alone. From an interested party.
That would be Silence, I'm guessing.
I'm gonna need some privacy.
Clear the room. Put him with the rest of Regala's soldiers.
I'll see you back at base.
You saved the tribe. Let me help you with your mission.
No. With Regala gone, you have a chance to build the future you dreamed of. So get to your task.
Then at least allow me to give you this. Regala's bow. May you always strike true with it.
Thank you.
So you get the bow by killing her, I didn't know that. Alright, Silence, what do you want?
Do you have any idea what you've just done?
Screwed up your plans?
Oh, it's a pleasure to see you too, Silence.
Congratulations on your victory. You saved the Tanakh for a few weeks. Unfortunately, you've doomed the entire planet as well.
Wrong. I don't need a Tanakh army to defeat the Zeniths.
Oh, Aloy. Have you learned nothing about the enemy we're up against?
More than you, hiding whatever hole you found. My idea is just better than anything you ever came up with.
Go on.
No, not here. We're doing this my way. Face to face, and with the weapon you've developed.
And why would I agree to that?
Because I'm your only way of beating the Zeniths, and getting the copy of Apollo that's on their ship.
In other words, you got no choice,
So meet
biatch.
me at my base. Mountains west of Plainsong. Time to submit to the inevitable silence and follow the person who actually knows what she's doing.
Those exact words, submit to the inevitable, was what he said to her when the Zeniths first broke into that cauldron where you first met Beta and the Zeniths. So that's her turning the tables and throwing that back in his face.
Don't be late.
Mr. Know-It-All is here. You know, your focus buddy who never smiles. I didn't know what to do with him, so I had him wait in your room.
Got it. Thanks. Well, Silence. Looks like you finally found a door you could open without me.
I'm glad it's there, actually. It kept me from having to mingle with the company you keep. But enough prattle. I believe you owe me an explanation. Your plans for the Zenith base?
You're right. I do owe you. My spear in your throat for deceiving me again. At the Hades Proving Lab.
I doubt you asked me here for that kind of reckoning.
No. Right now, I need your help. So I'm giving you one final chance. But if you ever betray me again, I will kill you no matter what the circumstance. Understood?
Bitch.
Very well. Though we'll both face a decidedly short future if you can't get us inside that base.
Aloy, your other guest is here. She's, coming to you.
Thanks. Good timing.
Dildo.
The truth is, I can't actually get us into the base. But she can.
The company you keep is even worse than I thought.
Not a fan of surprises, are you? Oh, look. That must be your little invention.
Does the weapon work? Without self-destructing?
Of course it does. I've eliminated the imperfections and greatly improved its design and output.
How can we be sure?
Care for a demonstration?
Enough, both of you. We're in this together, at least for now. Go talk to Erend. Tell him I said to give you rooms of your own. I'll come see you when I get a chance.
Oh, no. You first.
She doesn't trust him trying to stab her in the back with that device. Can't say I blame her.
There you are. Well done, Aloy. Despite my reservations, you managed to secure Silence and his weapon. You're truly a shining example of Liz's fortitude.
I've been thinking about what you said at your house. How you were friends with Elizabeth. It was more than that, wasn't it?
Perceptive as ever. You're right, we were together for a time.
Okay, so... what happened?
I was an orphan. I had always been alone. By my 30s, I was starting to wonder if that was simply my fate in life. And then I met Liz. We kept running into each other at conferences. We'd have coffee. At some point, it became drinks. I thought it was just shop talk, an exchange of ideas, but then I was surprised at how much I looked forward to seeing her. Soon we were flying halfway across the world every other week just to meet up. For the first time, I didn't feel lonely. I could imagine a future where I wasn't. I think Liz felt the same way at first. She had lost her mother a few years back. I filled a void for her. I know I did. But as time passed, it seemed as though she wanted less when I wanted more. And so we ended things.
So helping me, restoring Elizabeth's dream, it's what,
a second chance, yes. I made a mistake leaving Earth while Liz stayed behind. I should have done more. So when I saw you, a woman who has carved her own remarkable path, beyond even what made Liz a phenomenon, I knew I had to help you. To do right by her,
Why do you think Elizabeth pulled away?
I've wondered that for 1,000 years. She was brilliant, visionary. She cared so deeply for the world, for the betterment of humanity. But it also felt like she kept everyone at arm's length, including me. She never wanted to share her burdens. I think, in the end, she had a core that she never let anyone be part of. Sometimes I wonder if anyone really knew her.
I found a recording of you and Elizabeth back in the proving lab after Farzineth's attempt to steal Gaia.
Yes. A most unpleasant conversation.
She said something after the call. I think she regretted how things ended between you.
Did she? All this time, thank you for telling me. I've always hated that those were the last words we ever said to each other. And that her last impression of me was as a functionary of Farzineth, not who I truly am.
When it's time to break into the Zenith base, what can we expect?
I'll go over the full layout once you've assembled your friends. Suffice it to say, we will need to push as fast as possible to Beta and Gaia's location, dealing with heavy resistance along the way. There are also printing facilities where the others have been amassing the natural resources they've stripped from the region.
What for?
First for use in the base's infrastructure, and then to fabricate more Spectre drones, a small army of them. In addition, they've also been ferrying materials to and from our ship in orbit. After hundreds of years luxuriating in our digital comforts, the ship was barely space-worthy when we made our escape. Disaster can strike at any moment. We've learned our lesson.
Have you figured out how Silence's weapon works?
No, and he's been very careful not to allow me near it. I'll admit it bothers me, but regardless of how it functions, I am confident it will deactivate the other shields en masse.
How many of them are in the base?
10, including Eric and Gerard. Only a handful of us made it to our ship when our colony collapsed.
When Beta escaped and hid in an ancient research facility, I saw another one of the Zeniths, Verbena. Who was she?
A dull star amidst a sea of brighter constellations. Unlike most of Farzineth's members who amassed their wealth through shrewd business deals and technological achievements, Verbena inherited her billions. Her father had achieved great success in the luxury holotourism industry. At age 24, she became the world's most eligible bachelorette, branding herself a life designer. Someone who leverages their fame to influence the choice of others.
What, like a cult?
In a way, yes.
Well, she must have done something right to have survived this long.
She was her own brand of ruthless. That much is true. But even rats can cling to a vessel for escape.
What can you tell me about Gerard?
He was the head of the world's largest financial conglomerate, and as such had dealings with almost every major corporation. It made him one of the wealthiest people on Earth, and certainly the wealthiest among Farzineth.
What does one person do with that much money?
Buy more power, more influence. Gerard's always believed himself to be a refined patrician, able to maintain control with a polished smile. But beneath that exterior is a cold and calculating operator. It was his decision to restrict Beta's upbringing to her digital educators, the avatars of the Apollo database, while we were painted as her benefactors.
Well, we'll deal with him soon enough. And the others.
I would very much like to see his face when he realizes we've beaten him.
So, Eric...
This asshole.
Was he always a bloodthirsty psychopath?
I believe he got worse over time. On Earth, he was the founder of a profitable private military company. A band of cutthroats, in other words. even as governments abandoned human combatants in favor of automated warfare. He found success with clientele that required a more personal touch. There were also rumors that he personally hunted and killed his targets. On occasion, all for the thrill of it. But on Sirius, he retreated to virtual reality simulations. In them, he could go on rampages as violent as he pleased, though I suspect with diminishing satisfaction.
All of his tribe believes he was one of the greatest people from the old world.
Then they would be quite disappointed to meet him, though I'm sure he'd bask in the adoration.
Okay, so I've had run-ins with a handful of Zeniths. What about the rest?
An array of the wealthiest people on Earth. Titans of their industries.
And let me guess. All selfish and ruthless to the core?
Most, but not all. There were a few with whom I got along. Annika Murjani, for instance, was always delightful. She founded the Holonet's most successful dance channel and was herself mesmerizing to watch. And I had fascinating discussions with Song Jiao about her work in cellular biology. Our immortality treatments are due in part to her achievements. But then there were others like Devin Miller, the CEO of a fast food printing corporation. His only real preoccupations were perfecting his golf swing and taking self-hollows. When I think about all of us, we really should have accomplished more. We had eternity.
Why did you make the data channel look like your house?
I built that house as a shelter to weather any storm. A safe place, not just for me, but for the art stored in its depths, cultural artifacts of incalculable value. Truly, some of the greatest achievements of human civilization.
And you wanted Beta to see them?
Yes. Her upbringing was so cold and technical. I thought if she could experience Vermeer and Rembrandt, it would bring something else into her life. A heritage every bit as valuable as the scientific and technical data being drummed into her. I'm sorry I had to cut off contact, but I'll never regret sharing this house with her. She needed its shelter even more than I did.
You said before that you're not like the other Zeniths. That you never were. But you went along with all of their plans.
Out of necessity. I'm not proud of it. But complicity became a means of survival, both when Earth was consumed and when the colony on Sirius was destroyed. I did what I had to. But I resolved to remain one step ahead of the others, to try to undo what damage I could. Hence the data channel with Beta. The secret passage into their base and the little trick I pulled to save you.
Okay. I'll let you know when it's time.
I'll be here until then. And thank you, Aloy, for giving me this chance. My past has always been a struggle. More than once I've lost everything. But when I look to the future, I see Liz's dream fulfilled. A universe of new possibilities.
Maybe we can make it happen.
We will. I won't let anything get in the way. I promise you that.